Hey, ninth grade. So before we get started, and since someone like Logan has probably missed getting me off topic with some Star Wars related news, I thought that I'd show you guys something that came in the mail for me today, and it's something that I ordered like 4 months ago, but I'm really happy about it. Look at him. It's the little baby Yoda Funko Pop. He's so cute. Look at his little head. Look. All he needs is little frog and some milk to drink, and he'd be perfect. But oh, he's just adorable. I love him. He's so cute. Anyway, just want you guys to see little child, little baby Yoda. He's adorable. Love him. But anyway, that was for you. So I hope that was enjoyable. But let's jump into what we're doing today. And yeah, so let me hop on over and share this screen and show you what you're doing. So today you are going to be reading and working with a rather famous monologue from a Shakespearean play called As You Like It. And it's one of Shakespeare's funniest plays, at least I think it's one of his funniest plays. And there are some interesting things that happen in the play, but I'm not going to go into that because the thing about this particular monologue, this particular piece of poetry, is that you do not have to know the context of the play to be able to understand this poem or this monologue. I call it a poem because it can be taken out of context. And it's got it's got at least one of the most famous lines that Shakespeare ever wrote in his entire career. And that is right at the beginning, but I'll get there when we get there. But the only thing that you need to know to really understand this is that it's delivered by the character who is known as Jacques. And Jacques is known to be very melancholy, which just means like very, very pensive, very reflective, but he's also really sarcastic at the same time. And so that means that as you read this, you need to think about whether any of this could actually be true. Because as I mentioned in the first note for this, that there is some truth to this monologue, but it's not meant to be taken completely as truth that we should just freely accept. It's not like there's a teacher up here that you really love and respect, and you would take any of their words for truth without questioning their credibility or the validity of those statements. But it's just really that there is some truth to this, but it's not all meant to be taken completely literally. Like some of it's true, but some of it's like, I don't really agree with that. And that's exactly what you're going to be doing at the end of this. So the monologue itself is called The Seven Ages of Man. And it's called that because this character basically reduces all human life to existing in 7 different stages. And he's going to explain what those 7 different stages are, or these 7 ages, if you will. 7 different moments or episodes in a person's life, which is a lot better than saying Beckett's breath, right? At least we've got some definition to what's happening within the breath. That it's not just scream, breathe, die. Like, it's scream, breathe, live 7 different things, and then die. And so, that's just kind of how that works. So that's what's happening here. And so I've listed several notes through this, but I want you to know that I would highly prefer for you to do what you did the other day when you read through all of this once first without stopping, and then the second time you can read through, click on all this stuff, learn what there is to learn here. There's so many good stuff here. A lot of these notes came from Actively Learn, but I did write a few of them, and so it's some really good stuff in there just to help you try to understand. So you do that on the second reading, and then the third reading you read all the way through, straight through again. So first reading all the way through, don't stop. Second reading, that's where you can answer these or look at the annotations, answer the annotations, add more to them, or add your own annotations, reply to them, do all that fun stuff. And then the third time, you just read through this whole thing straight through again. So after you do that, you will have some questions here that you'll need to answer. And of course, it's not showing me the questions because I'm in student view. But the last question asks you 2 separate things. There's 2 questions there, and it's basically what I was talking about up here, asking you basically like, is there anything in this that we could accept as truth? Or is there any truth at all within this poem, within this monologue, even on a general perspective? Like, is there anything in this that is true? Anything that we could agree with hands down? Or is there anything like that? And the second question is, do you find yourself, is there anything in this that you agree with or disagree with? Or do you agree with the poem as a whole, or do you disagree with it as a whole? And then you just need to explain why. So just make sure that you answer the 2 questions, and that you don't have to use direct evidence to answer that. I would prefer if you did, but it's not a requirement for this. But just make sure that you write a thorough answer, because thoroughness does count, and that's what's going to get you an A on this assignment. So I will leave you guys at that. I hope you guys have had a great week, and I hope that you continue to have a good week through the weekend. If you got any questions about this assignment or anything in general, just let me know. I am doing my best to get caught up on grading everything. It's really slow grading stuff online because I don't have paper and pencil, and I can't fly through it. It's difficult. But anyway, I'm trying to get through all that. So if you have any questions, or if you need an explanation for why something was graded the way it was, just please let me know. But other than that, that's all from me and the child, otherwise known as Baby Yoda. So he'll say bye to you by a little head nod like that, and I'll say bye like this, and I will see you guys, well, sometime, I hope. But anyway, have fun studying and reading through the 7 H's of Man.